Hey, hi, hello, hello. We have another new chapter of One Punch Man. For some reason, my mouth was about to say Boku no Hero Academia, which is really bizarre because, I mean, superficially, I guess they're sort of similar, but in a lot of other ways, they couldn't be further apart. A very fan servicey cover with Tatsumaki on it, and I noticed we are now at chapter 135. Let me just check how many pages this is. I guess I can't. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna plunge ahead. But this might be like a surprise two-parter if I'm running out of time. So I have to meet up with some friends soon. At any rate, yeah. 135 to me signifies that we're gonna be going into something besides just the Tatsumaki Psychos fight. And indeed, here we go 5 minutes ago. Drive Knight still recuperating, still hauling around Nian's corpse. Since the tower emerged from the ground after it broke, Tornado is fighting the boss of the Monster Association. To get even a chunk of that flesh as a sample, but I don't have much energy left. Okay, so this is quite intriguing on this whole do we trust Drive Knight? Oh my gosh, I'm not showing the right. Oh my god, hold on. La 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 la. There we go. Just to show you what page I'm on page 3. This whole like, do we trust Drive Knight type thing? Do we trust Drive Knight or Metal Knight? Being able to see inside Drive Knight's inner monologue, being able to hear his thoughts like honestly and authentically, I think is a big indicator that we can trust him. Just because if he was truly evil, you would think at some point in this inner monologue it would emerge, but it is quite ambiguous. I'd love to get that chunk of that flesh as a sample. That does sound kind of ominous. Like if his goals were truly aligned with the Hero Association, wouldn't he just be able to request from anyone, hey, can you get me a sample of Orochi? I don't know. I guess the jury is still out, but it is quite intriguing in that context. And then here he just jams his fists into a broken power main, which is, I guess, something he can do. Completely revitalizing himself, going into his... So I saw some discussion about this, that he already showed a flying chariot form, his rook form, if you're using more like Western shogi terms. But the flying chariot, of course, can be upgraded so that not only does it move orthogonally, that's the word I want, right? In the 4 cardinal directions, it can go as far as it wants, and it can now step 1 square in any diagonal direction as well. So I guess that's the higher maneuverability of this fighter jet-esque form. So we jump back now to the present. He's still trying to gun down the Orochi plane. Here is handsomely Sweet Sweet Mask, who had been freaking out in his fight against the Ugmon, Ugly Fuhrer, and is now freaking out about a whole lot of things, it seems like. I can't do anything but close my eyes and curl up like a baby. Still can't defeat ugliness after all, can I? Part of the assault would have shined a spotlight on me. Look at me now. Look at all these guys now. A whole lot of naked people and stuff. So yeah, this is triggering his inferiority complexes. Of course, us webcomic readers have a lot of insight now into the real deep psyche behind Sweet Mask and you know, his real like tragedy and where he's coming from with this. So I wonder if they're gonna like play up that a little bit more in the remake, like start hinting at it sooner and sooner, like the true nature of this. I just like that there's 2 naked guys, Pig God who is Pig God. This guy just lost an arm. All of them have kind of lost fights quite recently, and yet Sweet Mask still just perceives all of them as looking down on him, all of them being condescending. He's a true hero. The only look they should give me should be one of envy. Be in good shape, so you can stay in the rear guard and take a break. We'll deal with the fighting, okay? Oh. Damn. This smug expression on Child Emperor's face, it does kind of seem like he's, he's twisting the knife a little bit. I should stay in the rear guard, huh? What you guys expected from a kid? That's fine, I'm okay with it. Oh man, Child Emperor, like you can tell, he puts all of this strategic planning on his back because he knows nobody else in S-Class like gives a shit. He's the one that has to make these decisions because no one else will. But you can tell he hates it. Look at how relieved he is that he didn't have to deal with Sweet Mask's temper. He's always out here just telling people what to do. Please stay together. Please, you fight this person. Please do not run off on your own. And just getting ignored. Getting ignored and then sometimes ignored and insulted. I imagine Senkingar heard my conversation too. The story leaked to the Hero Association headquarters. Oh man, this is paranoia. Why would they leak? One of our heroes lost. Lost to an ugly monster. He must have some sort of complex. Oh my god. This complex is insane though. Like, the paranoia here. To try to kill a team of S-class heroes? The confidence and paranoia is kind of insane. Jesus. The confidence, though. You really think you can take on all of these people? Do you not understand their powers? Do you not understand that Atomic Samurai just simply has a sword? And that you seem quite weak to sword, like getting cut into a million pieces? Do you understand that Zombie Man literally can't be killed, and that's his whole thing? You would think he would know about that, right? What does he think he knows that all of these monsters that haven't killed him didn't? Oh boy. This is the last thing he wants. An A class. Someone who is objectively ranked lower than him. The person for whom Sweet Mask stays in A class to make sure he never ever becomes S class. These puny little one-armed samurai. Is now reaching out to him. Is now trying to console him. Oh boy. And who does he think of? Oh shit. Oh my god. Well, I didn't expect to see this. This is exciting on all number of levels simultaneously. Okay, now let me rack my memory brain. When they were doing Sweet Mask's backstory in the webcomic, did they talk about Blast? It sounds vaguely familiar, right? That he has some anecdote about being saved by Blast. I know Tatsumaki does too, so it's kind of like messing with me. Am I just combining those stories? But I feel like this was hinted at, that there was a time that he was saved by a hero, right? Oh man. But this is the first time in the remake we are seeing Blast this clearly. Holy. Okay. This is our first look at Blast. And a fairly major like implication of Blast's powers too. That it's not some really crazy, like weird psychic shit. The ability to burn someone to smithereens or some real crazy just you're gone Thanos snap bullshit. But there's this dead monster here that Blast presumably killed. And it's just like a bloody wreck. Like the arm is just in a pool of blood. So it must be more about the punch. And yet, Blast himself is immaculate. There are no blood and guts on him. So a lot can be inferred about how Blast operates, what kind of powers he has. But right now, I'm really, wow. Oh man. So Sweet Mask starts freaking out. This memory being triggered. Don't worry about it, it's an issue of mine. I think my outfit is not matching that well. But to forget the fundamentals of fashion, that is. Yeah, he was kind of losing it. He was about to attack a team of 5 or more S-class heroes simultaneously. And that would be self-control. The fundamental of fashion is self-control. The foundation of fashion, that is. Or whatever he said. Self-control. Good. Okay. It looks like he's settled down. Damn, man. I wasn't expecting any of this. Like, again, I'm really trying to think of this from the perspective of someone who doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know about the webcomic. This really feels like the finale, right? Because we had this issue with Sweet Mask that was brought up during his fight with Ugly Fuhrer, and this seems like the resolution to it, or at least kind of a pushing it forward into a future arc. Like, it's not like this guy is wholly sane and okay, but you can see that he has mechanisms to subdue these bizarre, violent tendencies that come from totally unfounded self-confidence. There is some weird stuff in his past. He has all these unresolved issues, but it feels sort of like, okay, like we've solved kind of the mystery of why it is he freaked out so much during the Ugmon fight, at least partially. We've like wrapped this up for this arc, you know? It's kind of like a point and response sort of thing. That it would have been weird if he had that like breakdown fighting the Ugmon and then just nothing happened. Yeah, it really feels like they're wrapping up everything nicely, such that when Tatsumaki, etc., finally finish off Orochi and Psychos, that's just it. And I think it's so amazing because even if you were thinking that, oh, you know, it's just to show the power of Tatsumaki that we had all of these Dragon class monsters fighting all of these S class heroes to like a stalemate or worse. They're so strong, and then Tatsumaki just annihilated them all at once. I could see why people would think that, right? But what's so cool is that even if that's a reasonable thought, it reveals that you just forgot about Garo. Like Eminem in his prime and Dr. Dre. Don't forget about. I was just thinking about the song "Forget About Dre." You motherfuckers act like you forgot about Garo. Surely that Garo isn't gonna get off screen. Surely Garo isn't gonna get twisted up in that tornado. And yet I could totally believe people thinking that because he's been out of the spotlight for so long. Oh, it's just gonna get even crazier from here. I cannot wait. I cannot believe it. I am so happy. This arc, it's just fantastic. So I don't know. Are we gonna keep seeing a blitz of small chapters like this? At first, I thought it was just to finish off that fight that we were having, like the multi-part of small chapters. But now we're into chapter 135, a new full numeral, and it's still quite a short one. I'm okay with that. Like now, it kind of feels like just a normal weekly shonen series, you know. And if the chapters have like pretty friggin' crazy moments like Blast actually showing up. God damn. Yeah, I'm more than satisfied. All right, that's all for now. Yeah, let's hope there's more chapters like this soon. Bye bye.